Hello everybody! Today we're going to be talking about 6 things nobody tells you about starting a YouTube channel. I like to do micro-influencer related videos on my channel every now and then because I know a lot of you guys are micro-influencers yourself, and since I am also a micro-influencer, aka somebody who has a small following, these kinds of videos are really useful for me to do because I'm able to exchange information with you guys and we are all able to sort of delve into the experience of being a micro-influencer. What is it like? What to expect? What to sort of think about whenever you're trying to start a channel, because how are you going to deal with having a small following, making little to no money on this platform whilst still trying to make great content and have a life? In today's video, I'm going to be telling you 6 things that nobody really talks about whenever it comes to YouTube or having a channel. So if you're interested in starting a channel, totally should, by the way, or if you have already started a channel and you've already been on this platform a few years, these might be some tips and sort of nuances that people don't necessarily talk about, but we're going to delve into today. So the first thing that I want to tell you is that having a YouTube channel of any size is a time commitment more than you realize. I constantly talk about how much time it takes to run a YouTube channel. It takes more time than anyone can imagine, really. The only way I think you can experience, or you can sort of fathom how much of a time commitment this is simply by being a part of it. And I do know that many of you have your own YouTube channels, and I see how much work you put into your videos and how much time you put into the videos. And I feel like if we're talking creator to creator, it's easier to sort of like look and see just how difficult it is in some cases. But if you're an audience member and you don't really have much experience running a YouTube channel, it's kind of hard to see just what goes into it, because you have to run the social media side of it. You have to talk to other influencers if you're doing collabs. You have to potentially talk to brands. You also have to plan everything out. You have to execute it. You have to film the content. You have to edit it. A lot of people don't have experience editing or editing thumbnails, and they have to learn. You also have to learn about the different nuances of the setup. You have to make a background, or you have to find a background. You have to find the good lighting. You have to learn camera settings. There's so many things that we can go into, but it is a time commitment. And it has gotten to the point that I'm actually considering getting a second job because I want to have that extra income. However, the thing that's holding me back is my YouTube channel, because I'm like thinking, okay, how is it going to impact my YouTube channel? Because I already don't really have a lot of free time in my life, if at all, because every day I wake up, I go to college, I come back, I film, then I go to work. And if I'm not doing any one of those things, I'm studying. And it's something that you have to balance out with your life, and some people do it better than others. I, for one, have learned a lot of things and I still am working at it. And by the way, I did publish a video on how to manage your time if you are a YouTuber and also a micro-influencer, so that video will be in the cards, and I'll also put it on the screen so you know what it looks like. But anyway, watch that video if you are a micro-influencer like me and if you're interested in managing your time better, because it's definitely something that I am working on myself, because YouTube is a huge time commitment. There's so many things that go into it, and especially if you post all the time, it's hard. The next thing is, no matter what, your first videos are gonna suck. It's something that happens constantly. That's just how it is. Your first videos are probably going to have bad lighting, bad camera settings, bad sound, bad background, bad skill, bad presentation, bad everything. My first videos were terrible. I think I published like a video a few years ago, in which I was reacting to like my very first videos. That is a hilarious video, highly recommend you check it out. But if you watch that video, you'll definitely see my now private old videos in which I basically was just like a little 12, 11-year-old sitting by a window and just doing a terrible job of YouTubing, and it was just bad. But guess what? Everybody has bad videos that suck when you first start this. My videos a year ago, my videos 6 months ago were not as good as they are now, because I still had so many things to work out, and I'm still working things out. Eventually, I plan on making my just setup and making my videos better and better, but that's not something that can happen like this because I don't necessarily have the skill to do it overnight and I don't have the funds to do it overnight. I'm really trying to concentrate on making my skill set better and better as I'm doing this YouTube journey, as I'm partaking in this YouTube channel, because I'm interested in growing as a creator. I'm interested in learning new things, and you can only do that if you really practice at it and if you really grow at it. The next thing, uploading often is paramount to the growth of your channel. If you don't upload, say, more than once a week or more than twice a week, it's gonna take a while, or it's gonna take longer for you to become successful. A lot of people upload once a week and they do great. However, that, in my opinion, is a small minority. Be honest with yourself. Do you remember the person that you were watching on YouTube 4 days ago? I don't. So if you are really looking at this not just as a hobby, but as something that you want to monetize, as a, I would say, side hustle that you really want to work at, upload as much as you can. Make sure that you're not uploading content that is awful, because then people won't want to watch you, but make sure that you're having like this balance between valuable content and content that is posted regularly. I think that having an upload schedule is great. Try and get one if you can, because then you are able to tell your viewers that you can come back, that they can come back to your channel at this time and at this on this date to see a new video. But yeah, upload often, because then people see you more, they remember you more, and the YouTube algorithm loves it when you upload often. At least that's my experience. There's no such thing as being yourself on YouTube. Now, before you get offended, I don't know, will you guys get offended? You guys are usually pretty sensible. Who am I kidding? You guys are always pretty sensible. But I have the belief that nobody is necessarily a one-dimensional person. We all have so many layers to our own self. We have so many different parts of our personality. And when you are on YouTube, you really just learn how to speak in front of a camera. You learn how to speak to a group of people, and you learn to hone in on a specific side of your personality that is going to propel you and your channel forward. I know that the part of my personality that does great on YouTube is a personality that is a little bit more extroverted, that is a little bit more, I would say, analytical. That's the type of my personality that really works. I also like to inject a little bit of my goofy personality into these videos, but not overly so, because I do enjoy creating content that is a little bit more well thought out, that is a little bit more informative, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you as good quality information as possible. That made no sense. I want to make sure that all the information I'm giving to you is good quality. I want to make sure that my videos are structured, that they provide value to you. So in that way, I try to be a little bit more eloquent. I try to really make sure that my videos are organized. I try to inject a little bit of humor, because I'm just that naturally that kind of person. But that's the kind of personality that I want to propel to you. If I was being myself, I would basically be showing you guys a video every day with a myriad of different personalities, and you would see me when I was at my worst, you'd see me when I was at my best, you'd see me when I was in between. And yes, I have published videos when I was not in the best mindset, but I try not to do that a lot, because I have decided that I want to basically make my channel as positive but as realistic as possible, and I want to promote the side of my personality that corresponds with that. Of course, this is my own opinion, but that's what I've found that works for me. I truly believe that everybody, you, I, everybody has a really beautiful set of different personalities, and being on YouTube and being successful, in my opinion, is all about honing into the personality that really just sets you apart and really shows your best qualities. The next thing, aesthetics only take you so far, but they can take you further. If you look at the many Instagram creators that have transitioned to YouTube, and you look at their perfect lighting, their seemingly perfect camera, their editing style, it always looks really good, all right? I do find that a lot of times you have people that have the perfect lighting, the perfect camera, the perfect everything. Usually it's because they've transitioned from another platform, say Instagram, but they have no on-camera personality that is appealing. They have no way of speaking that's really appealing to me. And I take note of that. And I have decided that yes, aesthetics matter, but it can only take you so far, because you really have to take the next leap when it comes to really making your content full of personality. You have to actually inject proper information. You have to really provide value to your audience, because aesthetics only can take you so far. However, once you've had the real core of your channel established, and once you know how to execute yourself well, then you can use aesthetics to make your channel more appealing. I, for one, have realized that switching up my thumbnails is a really great way to get more clicks and more watch time on my videos. I have realized that the better I make my thumbnails and the more colorful my thumbnails are, the more appealing they are to you guys. So that is an example of aesthetics helping me take the next leap forward.
The point that I really want to drive home here is that really aesthetics matter a little bit, but what really matters is the actual core content of your video. Does it really provide value to your audience? Is it entertaining? Is it engaging? Would you watch it if you were just passing through your channel? Would you actually watch this video if you were an audience member? I try with my videos to really provide important information, but recently I have really been trying to work hard on aesthetics. I try and make sure that my lighting is really good, that my makeup looks interesting, that the sound quality is good. And I try to inject little sound clips and external images into the video to make it look more engaging and to up the aesthetic value of it. But then at the same time, I recognize that aesthetics can only add a framework to the video. What really matters about a video is the core value of it. Yes, aesthetics can frame a video, but they can't carry a video. And that's what I think a lot of people don't talk about. Yes, it matters if your video looks good, but what really, really matters is the value and the core information that is present in that video.
The next point that I want to make, this is so important. You have to provide a value in order to get people to care about you. I'm gonna say it straight. Nobody cares about just some random person on the internet, and nobody should care. We all have our own lives. We all are busy. We all have our own priorities. So why exactly should you expect your audience to randomly start caring about you if you haven't given them anything to care about? If you give them value, if you know what value that you are worth, if you know what you can give to your audience and you show that in your videos, you will get people to care about you, or you will get people to care about your content and come back for it. I know that a lot of my favorite micro-influencers that I'm watching are so amazing at doing reviews, at doing really beautiful, colorful makeup, at really being so experimental with their just editing, with their makeup style and all of that. I see value in every person that I watch and every person that I subscribe to. Some person gives me really great life advice. Some people I watch give me really great financial advice. Some people talk about life lessons that I have yet to experience but that I already can learn through them. No matter what your value is, find it and really hone in on it, because how can you expect your audience to come back to you if you don't know what value to give them? With my channel, I hope I can give you content about makeup and about artistry and about creativity that is educational, that is inspiring, that is invigorating. With my makeup history videos, I try and really give you a sense of how the world was in the past, how makeup basically evolved to what it is now. With these kinds of videos, I try to motivate you. I try and sort of open a line of communication with a lot of you guys who I know really love to do YouTube just as much as I do. It's all about trying to find that value and trying to convey it as much as possible. And that is the end of this video. I hope that this was helpful to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting. Let me know if you want to see any more micro-influencer related content on this channel. I love talking about this stuff. It's just always so interesting to me, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.